Hi, my name is Rob DeZormo, and I am the Assistant Middle School Principal at the American International School of Riyadh. And for my final Quartel project, I wanted to create a video that demonstrates and gives a glimpse at the global citizenship learning that has been happening this year at our school. Just like all international schools, for accreditation purposes, this year we focused as a school on global citizenship learning, and I had the opportunity to be on a project team that led the whole implementation of the global citizenship learning for the students. For myself, more specifically in the middle school, of course, uh, but I also was able to take part in some amazing whole school projects as well. Ultimately, the goal was to deepen student understanding towards global citizenship and to get them thinking differently towards the current state of our world. So what we did was we created lessons based on the UNESCO Global Goals for Sustainability, and during our Eagle Exploratory Advisory Time, which happens most days in the morning, and during our early release days, it happened once a month, we focused on delivering the lessons to the students. These activities triggered a lot of really amazing discussions with the students and the teachers, and it immediately raised the level of awareness towards global issues that were happening throughout the world, and allowed for a lot of the students and the teachers to begin to voice their opinions and their thoughts about all these issues, which was really great to see.
Um, I think poverty is a really big problem, especially in refugees like the children of Syria. They're having to move out of their country, and they aren't being treated properly because of the problems going on in their country, and they're really affected by it.
Global warming and climate change are all things that we've talked about as a class to figure out what aspects they can work on.
Awareness was the first part of our goal, but of course we wanted that to translate into action, which is a very important part of our goal as well. And throughout the year, it has become very evident that students are improving their understanding in this area as well, with all the projects that they've been doing in their classrooms, with the guidance from their teachers. And the best part for me to see is that students are getting away from the traditional ways of taking action with the money, donating money, etc., and they're starting to do things that are really looking like a more sustainable idea to help with some of the world issues they've been looking at. Here are some teachers and students discussing what they've been seeing on both through interviews and on the big stage as well.
Mr. Polson, in what ways this year do you think students showed evidence of learning global citizenship from your perspective?
From my perspective, okay. Um, I think specifically the students that I work with in both grade 7 and 8 were really engaged with this idea of global citizenship. Not only did we have some great conversations, but we had fun doing the activities with walking a mile in someone's shoes, and the activity where we were relating equality or inequality to tossing the crumpled paper balls at the garbage can. In addition, there was the creation of the middle school garden this year, promoting awareness of environmentalism and promoting this cycle of wondering where your food comes from and getting to understand that. All of the work that's been done around supporting our AZAR workers through various food drives and giving them the support that they need, getting to know them. So I think there's been a lot of examples this year.
All right, thank you.
So, global citizenship, sure, we know a lot about the stuff that's happening around us, we're aware of it, but then I think the most important part, besides the learning, was that it brought us together as a whole, as a community together, for us to join together and look for solutions to these problems. such as bullying, we already have these problems. Then if we come together and solve it together. So I think if I learned anything was that you don't have to make a big difference in the school. You have to make it could make a small difference, but it would go on a larger scale in the future.
But it helped me deepen my thoughts, and my realizations opened up broader and wider, and now I'm more aware of the problems.
I was also thinking about how much fun I was having knitting hats and scarves with my family. What if they could knit and sell their own hats and scarves? I wrote to knitting loom companies and asked them if they could donate looms and yarn that could be sent to refugee camps. My dream is for these children to focus on their future and not on their past. This child has probably lost everything he has owned. Even though he's behind wired fences, he's still smiling and asking us for peace. I can't imagine what it must feel like to lose everything you own. But if we work together, I hope that we can start to rebuild what they have lost, or at least begin to create a new world for themselves and their family.
Now, before traveling to a new country, I often end up scouring the library trying to find books on that country's culture. Though I'm not always successful, I do think it's important. Due to all the advances in technology, we're traveling more than ever, which means we need to be able to show respect and show understanding for countries' customs. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Understanding cultures can also help you make new friends. Like, how many of you have friends from a different country who believe in a different religion?
Our TEDx event was a very impressive way for some of our students to show their understanding of global citizenship so far this year. And many other groups were also very eager to show what they've been learning and what they've been doing at assemblies through presentations as well. The best opportunity for students to share their learning this year came during our annual UME Community Day, where students were able to invite their parents into the school and share their learning through lessons and through shareouts in the classrooms. Also had the opportunity to contribute to the making of our school's This Is My School video, led by elementary technology coach Sean Wamsley, which showcases all the global citizenship learning that has taken place at our school this year, among other aspects as well, which can now be seen worldwide.
Right, so for the Making Thinking Visible strategy, what you're going to do on the post-its in front of you, on one side you're going to write down what you notice about the image, and then on the other side you're going to write down what makes you say that. Can we help you?
Wrong room. Ah, this must be the place. Here we have some students who are going to show the importance of global citizenship in our school.
Our eager represents all the things that are important to our advisory class so that we can be global citizens.
So why do you say that?
So each one of us has written a personal statement to help achieve the global goals for sustainable development.
What are those?
Oh, those are the goals that make the whole world a better place.
This process has been a great experience so far, and through teacher feedback and student feedback and through continued research, I'm very excited to see where we will go with this and what our next steps will be. Here's a clip from a video created by 2 middle school students that shows what they would like our next steps to be in terms of where our school could go with global citizenship, and them being able to do something that they care about with Habitat for Humanities.